Kaboom! 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 Good morning, everybody. Late morning here on the Rancho. Let me refresh this here so I might get to side chat in. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day. Let me go ahead and put that. I know I'm on doing an early stream. I'm gonna kind of take it easy today. I've got some other things I need to do. I know it's like that the rig should be done. It's one of these days I have some things to do here that are gonna take me out of the game for a bit. But the work will go on. Let me get this thumbnail uploaded. Here it is, an open chat today. Anything that you guys want to talk about? Rose, froze, anything goes. Um, Nice stream last night. I had a lot of fun outside. Let me put this thumbnail up here. I tried to do that little heart for my thumbnail that put my hands together, but it always looks like I'm creating a circle of doom. you know, when I try to, you know what? Because I got fat little fingers, right? It's gonna look happy Circle Day to all of you. It just looks like a physically challenged person when I do that. Anyway, those changes have been saved. Let me go over to the side chat here. Get this light out of my face. And your thumbs up are appreciated when you come in because the haters always show up. Hello, Vicky. Hello, Gina. Hello, Ms. Pudwina. Can you imagine going through life and every day that you get up, it's like an affirmation that you're just a negative person. You come in there and you hit a thumbs down button. And of course, I never changed my thumbs up. I'm not that thin-skinned about that. And any engagement is great engagement on YouTube. But I always have to laugh when I think of how it reflects on the person that comes in and gives the thumbs down. And you wonder if that little act is just a reflection on the entirety of their whole life, that they go through life so sour. And of course, I've seen it on some chat sites and some live streams that the same people come in as consistently negative, and they never say anything happy. They never say anything upbeat. They never share anything of any positiveness on the channel. It's always negative, 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 hate, dislike, trashing, and things like that. And it's just like you think to yourself, man, aren't you glad in real life that you can associate who you want to associate with? North Shore, hello. If I missed anybody, Princess Tanya, welcome to you. No, you're not. North Shore Towing. I love you. I love. Hey, V-Day Teddy on you. You might see one later today, Trisha. I'm going to be baking tonight. I thought I might be doing a pineapple upside down cake again, which I will be doing. But I ran into a whole load of nice blueberries. I might try to make a cobbler tonight. I've never made one before. A nice blueberry cobbler. Gina says, when you collect haters, you're doing something right. Yeah, it's people that consistently tune in to watch what you do, and I really like that. Hello, Charla. Harvey, good to see you. Happy Valentine's Day. Harvey should fly over to California. He should take me to San Francisco. He should take me up to the top of the mark at the Mark Hopkins Hotel down there, and beautiful up on the 27th floor, overlooking the whole San Francisco skyline, the Oakland Hills, Berkeley, and he should be buying me a drink up at the piano bar and treating me to a good whole good night. Anyway, let's see. Your family's gone to Golden Corral. Good deal. Good deal. Happy Valentine's Day, Rico. Be my Valentine. Somebody out there be my Valentine. Hey, Rosary, how are you? Nice to see you. Yeah, Missy Jen. Hey, tis me. We're doing well. This is the day I focus on Missy Jen. She is my Valentine here on the Rancho, so I will be taking her out tonight and celebrating with her this afternoon. As you know, I have a tremendous amount of love. Hey, Yaz, same to you, baby doll. I have a lot of love for Missy Jen, and I always will have a lot of love for Missy Jen as she has love for me. So I will definitely take her out to celebrate. I'll show you what she gave me today. Hmm? Be my Valentine. Look at how sweet this is. Let me get this back here. Look at that. Isn't that cute? It's got the little teddy, the little fuzzy teddy. It's got the chocolates, the Hershey bars, the Reese's. I already kind of rated the Reese's bar. I guess I'll always be like a little pudgy kind of gal. So yeah, we'll have a good time. Yeah, cobbler should eat. Hi, Nathan. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, honey. Very nice to see you. Place them on that like button. That's right. Do that for me. Let's see. There we go. Nice to see you, Yaz, today, and Penny Pincher, and everyone else on here. So very nice to see you. So thank you, Missy Jen. I will be taking her out. We'll do a little Valentine's viddy tonight. Happy Valentine's Day, Carl. Nice to see you on there. So yeah, it's a special day to me. It actually in California, Valentine's Day marks the unofficial beginning of spring here in California because we're always a month earlier because of our climate here. I shouldn't be buffering, just refresh your connection. Craig, happy Valentine's Day to you. Sit you up on the piano like Richard Gere. That's exactly right, Carolyn. I should be sitting up on the piano and Harvey should be playing. If you're buffering, just refresh your connection. Yeah, 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 yeah. So I will be doing that and I will be baking tonight. If it's very simple, I'll do a later hangout too. And tomorrow's going to be tomorrow and Saturday full on with the rig. I believe tomorrow we're going to be cooking that pot roast, so probably we'll start live streaming at 3 p.m. to get things underway. So that pot roast is going to have to go for about 4 or 5 hours out there before we can eat. So wish it was spring here. Nathan's like minus 25 Celsius. Thank you, Deb G. Same to you. Happy Valentine's Day to you. What's the weather like in Vegas in mid-March? I would say you'll be looking at 70 to 75 degrees high, possibly 80 degrees. And you'll be looking at 50s at night. And of course, as many of you know, I'm trying to catch up with Dee. He popped on my side chat and said he did a video update, and I'll be darned, I went on there and I just saw a reaction video. I didn't see something, so I don't know quite what he was talking about on there. So the weather's good. After May, it gets hot, but I don't even care anymore. Hot weather doesn't. I've already proven myself, whether it's 108 degrees in Yuma or 102 degrees in Chicago, 102 degrees in Detroit with high humidity, I'm fine. I can endure it. I didn't have any air conditioning. Mr. X was kind enough to offer it to me. I declined, not because I've thought I would be some kind of heroine or something like that. I thought that I could do just fine with a fan. And a fan keeps me very comfortable. I think if I lived in Las Vegas, hey Jen, same to you, honey. I think if I lived in Las Vegas and my girlfriends came over to visit me and we had a little bit of downtime in summertime, they'd probably be pretty upset that Rosie doesn't run the air conditioning in the house or whatever, and baby, we'd just be doing it in the heat. That's the way it goes. Sweaty bodies, right? Beach is life. Happy Valentine's Day to you. So I want to drop a little special Drop a little coin on Missy Jen tonight and give her some well deserved attention. Hello, Sean. Nice to see you. Happy Valentine's Day to you, your wife, and your whole family up there. And I think, Sean, you would agree it's really the unofficial kickoff of spring right now in California. The trees are going to be blooming soon, the fruit trees. Jack A says, nice gift. My hub sent flowers. I nearly fell over. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Yeah, that's right, Nathan. Downtime. We're going to have some downtime. You're like Rosie. You sound like Barry White. Ooh, my darling, I can't get enough of your love. Yeah, you better have a pool. That's right, Goldie Con. You better have a pool. So I'm very excited. My mood starts to soar. I've made it halfway through February, which is very, very difficult month for me. Sports are at a very big low point. There's nothing I particularly feel like following at this time of year. I'm sorry, I'm not a hockey person. But come mid February, it can start to be outside. We'll get the mid 70s. It can bikini up, start to get a little bit of that vitamin D and a little bit of sunshine. Yeah, thank you. I will pass that along to Missy Jen. She's picking out where she would like to go this evening, so I'm going to take her out, then come back and do some baking and some hangouts. So it's going to be kind of a low day. I think my goal today will try to be to get the plumbing hooked up, which should be a pretty simple job for the RV. And there's really not much more to do in that. There's some things I'm drawing the line. I really want to be firm about the 22nd or so of heading out to hang in Las Vegas. The weather should be great. The content should be epic. Whether Marshall goes or not is really it's not so much in my control as you think it is, because we are lucky enough to have some people that it's going to be hard to believe that enjoy the adventures and enjoy us together doing live streams and things like that, and think it's some of the funniest content on YouTube. There's no accounting for taste. You may say that. Jackie said, today is my daddy's birthday. Happy birthday. It must be nice to be born on Valentine's Day. Hey, Judy. Judy, what? The Baltimore song? Dude, yeah, I got to get that hooked up. I've got multiple computers here. I'm still not happy with the state of Streamlabs. I wanted to ask Sean the Brit if I was going to use an alternate platform for just running a hangout within the house here. Would you suggest the Zoom or the StreamYards? I'm still not of a mind to do. I know you want me to do panels and things like that, but which do you think might be better there? As he fucks Lindsay fussed the whole time. We've got another storm rolling in tomorrow. You know what, Gina? That's a wonderful thing to do, delivering food to some elderly women that usually spend Valentine's Day. I love to hear that stuff on YouTube. It makes you feel so good to do something positive, as opposed. We know the current swirl of what's going on YouTube, the dark cloud that hangs over the Boyd now. It's really the darkest days that I can ever remember here on the Boyd. And it's Missy Jen and I were talking about how very disconcerting it is to have such a cloud of uncertainty and such a cloud of toing and froing and back and forth on YouTube. It's very difficult. It's this is the Boyd, right? So we're used to low blows and doxing and families being contacted, CPS and APS and things like. I'm going to be doing a video tomorrow morning, by the way, about all this, and don't get it twisted. It's not directed at anybody in particular. Okay, it's something that I'm just restating for the nth time here on YouTube. Yeah, it saddens me because there's some pride in the Boyd that we're in some ways we're kind of on the uh, I don't want to say the wrong side of the tracks, but we're on the side of town in YouTube where the street lights are a little dimmer. They're spaced a little further apart. You know, the dogs howl. You know, the streets aren't clean. There's a few abandoned vehicles laying around. You get random gunshots. But for us, it's like home sweet home, right? Ain't none of us saints, as my friend hippie once said. You can't swing a dead cat by its tail without hitting a felon or somebody with a felony or misdemeanor. Guilty. Here on the tubes. Yeah, I'm loaded. So, Sean, if you would just make a recommendation, just send me a Gmail or something. Just dash off a line or two. You and I are both business brief communications, and just tell me what your thoughts Zoom versus StreamYards, because I don't want to risk the disconnect. Jeff T. Rowe, I'm worried about my stock portfolio. I'm not sure if that's I got to go and see if that's the real Jefferson T. Rowe. Let me take a look at that. Let me go to the channel there. I love my Jeff. Let me see. Yeah, that's the real Jeff. And Jeff, I wanted to also say something to you too. I appreciate that, Sean. Thank you. Yeah, take the blanket from the ground. You're the opinion that the boy changed with the arrival of one individual. It very well could have, but it's all in keeping. I see you, Harvey. Of course I do. It's all in keeping with what Boyd is, but now Boyd has become an even darker place with clouds of uh, we know what's going on. I don't need to elaborate those things. And for many of us that have been friendly um, with some of these people for years, and in the case of Tucker, going back 5 or 6 years, it's very disconcerting to see and hear what's going on and the potential fallout from that. And then I know Stellar's no particular fan of mine, considering me the Hydra or the wellspring of negative people here on Boyd. But you just deal with it and you move on, and you don't harbor any animosity about things. But you just hope that things work out in the end, and that the air can be cleared quickly. Because in the end, on YouTube, as I'm talking about tomorrow, everything comes out in the end. And for the real problem with all this black cloud over YouTube right now is a person like Jeff Rowe. Okay, and I've known Jeff Rowe for years. We've had kind of our ups and downs. But one thing's for sure, I've certainly enjoyed Jeff T. Rowe's honesty and candor here on YouTube. And I never heard him, many of you will not ever see the video because it was struck by YouTube, and they're moving very rapidly now to remove things in midstream. But Jeff was how you doing, bully? Jeff was so very upset by the state of things yesterday. I'd never seen Jeff so, how I want to use my word carefully, so out of sorts as he was yesterday. And my heart felt so bad, because this is one of the knock-on effects of what's going on now, is that people are taking a stake in this for different reasons, and there's some pain being dished out here at the moment. And of course, Jeff lost his wife after a battle with cancer in 2019. And things like cancer are always going to be close to the heart, just like my mother. I held her hand when she died of ovarian cancer in 2000. I think she was something about 68 pounds when she died, 69 pounds. And it was I hated cancer. Okay, I hated cancer. And I thought of my poor father getting remarried And then four short, like, well, I think he remarried in about 2008, 2009. And then a short 2 years later, burying a second wife with this time with intestinal cancer. Now I really had a hard on of hatred for cancer. Okay. So I know, having lost two people, one person, it was particularly, of course, my mother. And then you don't want to call somebody when you're 50 a stepmother or something like that. But you understand the point. Somebody that was near and dear to my pop was near and dear to me. Hey, Matt and Eric. And to bury a second wife with that, it leaves a harsh mark on a family. And I'll never know how um, my dad is troopered on at 90 years old now, closing in on 90 and a half years old and still going strong, and living in an assisted living facility, and now has a potential third girlfriend. At least that it just makes me happy to know he troops on, but it makes me sad in a way. Sean says, I just lost my dad on Tuesday and was with him. He died of leukemia. I have a newfound respect for caregivers. Yeah. Hit that thumbs up button if you hate cancer. Exactly. So I really grew to hate it. I've been down the road. Now, Dave and I are friends. Dave, the fisherman, he's been very kind to me. We were able to put our past behind us. I don't co sign all the crap that Dave does, and he knows it. He was in a position in way back in early of 2018, and bygones are bygones, um, where alterations of a receipt to breastcancer.org was done, and finally he came clean and with Becca and admitted that, and we moved on from that situation. But it always kind of left a bad taste in my mouth, specifically because it had to do with cancer, and I really felt like I had to go in and make good on that particular concept. It means a lot to me, cancer and fighting cancer, because it's such a terrible, terrible disease. And I'm thinking to myself, my mom died in 2000. And now it is 20 years later, and there's still people dying of cancer out there. There's still people being affected by cancer. It's been such a long, we've made great strides against, how you doing, JK? We've made great strides against heart disease, lowering cholesterol, discovering statins, and blood pressure can be controlled now, but we're still in this very, very difficult. Hey, Mama Sparky! Love you too. Yeah, take care of your Valentine. And we're still fighting this. We're still fighting this particular battle here in life, and it's a terrible thing. So many of us do have a vested interest in what's going on in the dark clouds, and we keep our fingers crossed that things come good and come for the better, okay? Because many of us in our position of knowing these players for years and years and years, and people that you've known on the board for a long time, you always want to try to think the best of them. It's just a natural way when when you've rubbed elbows. Somebody like Tucker, yeah, he used to bust my balls, when he would be Tucker Poon on chats like tribes, a tribe called Cookies chats and things. He would tweak me and twist my knobs a little bit before I knew who it was. But I always took all that good. I always take all that stuff in good measure, and But I just hope that things good. Mama says, "Yeah, cancer sucks. My Valentine sucks. Prayers are appreciated." Yes, of course. Um, Yeah, so I hope things turn out in that regard, and that's all I'm going to say about that. But there are things for privacy and stuff like that. So we all hope for the best. But as I'll elaborate tomorrow, everything always comes out in the end. I can't think of anything that ever just didn't get resolved here on the Boyd for good or for bad. So there's always people 100 times smarter than we may think we're the smartest person in the room, but there's always somebody that's 10 times smarter than we are. So happy Valentine's Day to you, Kathleen. Thank you for popping by today. So I hope everything works out. Okay, Dave, happy Valentine's Day to you. Yeah, I'm on a very rare late morning stream here today. Just popping is because it's Valentine's. Uh, oh, thank you, Jeff. Says Rosie, what you are to me is just one of the best people. And again, thank you, Jeff. I feel the same way about you. I've grown very close to your family over the years, but you have an innate ability to recognize good, and it's been demonstrated to me. We've had a lot of laughs over the years, Jeff, you and I, on some remarkable hangouts that have been some of the most epic hangouts in the history of Boyd and on YouTube. And we had our ups and downs about the LGBTQRSTUVWXYZ communities. And through all of that, you were able to, pick and choose and find things that you thought, people that you wanted to continue to associate with. And I really felt proud. I really felt proud of that, Jeff. And as you know, I enjoyed following your family and Ray Lynn. And I've always felt something very special for Trent. And I think about you guys all the time on a monthly basis. Yeah, you're still waiting for your Valentine's call out, Harvey. Well, I've told you at the beginning, Harvey. Happy Valentine's Day. Quinny, let's see. Quinny says, Rosie, well, some think I'm the Quinn you guys met on the street. I'm female. Yes, Jeff is wonderful. Hi, Icy. Quinny, anybody that could mistake you for the Quinn that was on the streets of Santa Rosa on that fateful Tuesday night really needs to get down to a Rite Aid to get that barrel of reading glasses and things and get in there and find some Coke bottles that'll do the job. Okay. So obviously, with me, I can understand some people have a gender identification problem, but I don't think that's the case with you, Quinny. I gotta be, I gotta be honest about that. But it's funny. It's funny. Thank you, Jeff. So you'll always be special. I do pray for people. I am a praying person, and I do believe in the power of prayer. See what else is going on. JK, I hope you're doing good. Happy Friday to you and happy Valentine's Day. Please pass that along to Harmony too. Let her know I wished her a happy Valentine's Day. Yeah, Sean with with one N. It's O'Kelly with two L's. Okay. That was funny. People were like, "Hey, man, Rosie Quinn is on the way down to Santa Rosa. They met downtown Santa Rosa, and they raised some money downtown, a few bucks, and they took him down to the B Street bus station, and they're putting him on a bus for Petaluma. And yeah, he's on his way. Imagine that. I love that. Hey, Jay Money. And I don't think that you'll be seeing Quinn again. Okay, thank you, JK. And Smooth Operator, happy Valentine's Day to you too. You and yours. Him saying his name was funny. Two N's. Yeah, I don't know what the point of that was. You know, I don't know. You know, I guess if I was going to file a police report, I have no idea. I got no idea about that whatsoever on there. And Bully, happy Valentine's Day to you too, up in the great state of Wisconsin out there. So I hope you have a good one. Uh, Yeah, so I don't. We'll be doing a little bit of plumbing today, and then I'm going to take Missy Jen out. As I said, I've told her going to drop a few dollars on her to pick the restaurant that she would like to go to, and we're looking forward to doing that today. I want to capture a little bit of. We'll do a Friday night foodie review, the Valentine's edition tonight. It's really nice to be carrying two cameras now. Yesterday, I was able to take some shots on the river and in the bar without undoing the live stream. So that was a good thing. Yeah, I heard, Bully, it's cold outside. Like, went down to like -5, and here we are. We were basking in 75, 82 degree weather here today. So as far as the van build goes, yeah, I think there's a little bit of nervousness on the part of Marshall moving forward. Now it's not the time in Chicago to sustain in a cold in the camper van. It's really the risk really passes, I guess, by mid-March, or even then you can be brutalized in Chicago. So he's going to have to find a place to do some content in California here and tide him over. May not be Southern California because of the gasoline usage of the Lisa Marie. It's consistently 7 to 10 miles to the 10 miles to the gallon under the of best of circumstances there. So you're looking at 400 miles, 40 gallons of gasoline. In California, you're looking at $125 just to get you down to the Mexican border. So I think he's having to rejig. I mean, I'm going to be honest, we've used every scrap of money on this van build. Okay, it's been cheap. It's been done on the cheap. I'd like to think the whole van build has come in well under about $1,500 right now, which is pretty remarkable. Considering that includes the kitchenette, it includes the bed in the back, it includes the foams, it includes the dinette, it includes the all the work on the exterior with the putting a new door on the generator compartment. Uh, yeah, good job. Marshall didn't go to Chicago. Send Elvis to Compton. So we'll see what happens. I'm not a heartless person. Okay, but I'll tell you this. I'm gonna be on the road. I'm gonna be in Vegas because yeah. It's where I like to be 3 or 4 times a year, maybe more. Maybe I'll end up getting a place in Vegas. Who knows? Yeah, I enjoy it very much, but I enjoy other places too. And if Marshall goes along, I'm not gonna endure the negativism of negative criticism about things. I like to keep things on a positive plane, and that is the one big advantage that being with D has is that D sees things in an optimistic and in a happy sort of vein. Maybe it's the weed. I don't know. The tall boys, but we always have a good time. So that's going to be a go. But I'm not here. I'm not an entertainment committee. I'm not here to serve up a plate of entertainment or food to what to cater to the particular requirements. I'm a very nice person. I try to offer alternatives, but at the end of the day, there reaches a point on things like streams where you're so hungry you're about to fall over, and I didn't care really particularly get bent about. I laugh at getting a boot from the bar and from the restaurant. I mean, I could have easily turned off the streams and just sat down and had dinner there with no problem at all. But I enjoyed the live streaming aspects of that, right? But it's getting on to 9 o'clock at night, and you haven't eaten all day. You have not eaten all day, and we finally ended up going to Denny's. Okay, and they spent bought dinner for the grand total of $11.94. What did we get? We both got the breakfast slam, the $4 off the $4 menu. So we have about 38 dollars and some odd cents left from the $50 that was given yesterday for dinner. Let's see. Yeah, it's fun. I don't know why you're so bothered, but yeah, it is, Kimber. It's time to think about myself, and it's time to get out there and have some fun. I cannot be concerned about if you don't like doing it. So I'm going to encourage Marshall, if you choose to go to Vegas, understand, that I'm not going to worry about it anymore. I mentioned to Marshall yesterday morning. I woke up and I said, uh, "Hey, we got a donation of $50. Somebody wanted to see us. They heard we will be going out shooting tonight, and they've given $50 to for our expense. Well, we did buy a couple beers too, but they were. I think one was $2 and one was $3. So it was very nice of that person. Um, but I told Marshall early in the day, do some research about where you would like to go or some idea about food. I love Italian food. Okay, for me, I'd be eating Italian, I'd be eating Chinese, I'd have Ethiopian, Nepalese. I wouldn't care. Just pick something. There you go. Sean says I'll be there in October. That would be cool. Just pick it. And last night, no, he had not taken the 10 minutes to do the research. So that puts me in a position. Now, what are we going to do? So I go down to the Turkish place. Well, the prices are real high down here. It's I keep getting the comparison to Chicago prices, and I love Chicago. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes I pick on Marshall and I laugh a little bit about things in Chicago. But I enjoyed every moment, and I'll be back in Chicago. I enjoy Chicago. It's a great city. Okay, it doesn't have you feel like you can park there. You feel like you can breathe there compared to L.A. and New York City. So I like it a lot. You can drive around, you can find parking spots, and it's cheap. But it's cheap for a reason. It sits on the Great Plains out there, Midwest, and land is cheap. There's very expensive places in Chicago, but on the average, it's not an expensive if you got your housing covered off. It's not an expensive place. Yeah, that'd be cool, Bully. It's not an expensive place to sustain yourself. California is a different story. Much higher minimum wage and much higher housing, much higher cost to support things. Oh, thank you, Quinny. I appreciate that. Let's see. Jeff said I had a girlfriend. Cheryl worked at IHOP. She'd come over in the morning. The sex smelled like maple syrup, sausage, and maple syrup during morning sex. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I don't think so on that, Jeff. I'm the kind of person, call me, obsessive compulsive. I want to get up and take a shower, brush my teeth, get myself fixed up, and then I'll go in and do the horizontal mambo. Okay? That's just the way I am. Denver is fantastic, Joan Ann Smith. I will definitely be in Denver. Denver's a great city. I want to hang around with Joshy Bingham. I want to see him again. I want to go around and drink some beers. I want to enjoy some of the craft beers that are in Denver. See some of the sights. Like to take you guys up to Golden, Colorado, and beyond. Go up I-70 there, up to Aspen and Vale, and those kind of places. They're beautiful. Jeff said it was great sex. Onion pie too, good, very good. Yeah, Quinny, I like to be very, very, very clean and fresh when I do that. I like to give my very best presentation. Okay, put on that baby doll, and baby doll, it's baby doll. Valentine's Day. So, happy Valentine's Day to you, Cinnamon Hot Hot. Now, at any time, this stream might cut off, but I'm going to try to cut over to Zoom or StreamYards for doing non-mobile streams because Streamlabs in the field mobile is outstanding. On that Royal Gorge is beautiful, Gina. I've been up in the bridge over Royal Gorge before. It's spectacular. 18th Street. Yeah, happy Valentine's Day. Um, just my two Glocks, exactly. You sound like Missy. Yeah, wipe front to back, ladies. Of course, not. Yeah, thanks, Jeff. Jeff's there. I mean, JK's our public service announcement on ladies how to hold your toilet paper and which directions to go when you wipe. Very, very good on there. I'm going to go ahead. I want to just get a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. Let me get a refill on this. Oh, Missy Jen, you ready for your big night tonight?
Yeah, I want to go to Colibris.
Yeah, okay. That's where you went before, right?
I'm gonna call him in a minute. I didn't know, is he going
Well,
to?
4 o'clock you probably don't need, that's up to you, okay? Let your heart beat.
I brought him
Go
yesterday.
tell them, okay? Go stand over there and go tell 160
To
people.
tell who?
Huh?
To
On
who?
the, what?
On the computer. Did you show him the bouquet I got you?
Yeah, I'm live. So, yes, I did. Of course I showed him the basket that you gave me.
Let me tell each and every one of you, son, of course he's gonna go with us. I have a heart. I'm a human being. I am Missy Jen and I'm a nice person. I have feelings and emotions of the positive kind. Woo! Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, there's 160 people still alive on that level.
Ay, 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 ay. I am the frito bandito. Da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da da do 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 do. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, ay, da. Do 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 do, la da 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 da. Ba da ba da boo 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 boo. Georgie, happy Valentine's Day. You little shit, happy Valentine's Day. Georgie, the little heartbreaker. All right. Okay. So, Where did I leave off? Oh yes, Valentine's Day and all that. Now, the I don't think the yellow jacket. That one yellow jacket just has. It was probably used, and it just has. The material has been abraded in the front on the white stripe, so I don't believe that it's ever going to be able to be cleaned. That material on that jacket, but that to me is the downside. Marshall's my friend, but the downside of it is like when we're out shooting and then have no idea where to eat. And I've said, since you're the food critic. Yeah, Highway 50 is awesome. It sure is. You're the foodie. Pick it. I don't care about Nepalese, Burmese, Siamese. I don't care what it is. Chinese, Taiwanese, Hungarian. Just pick a place, do the research. Because I feel like that's where the wheels always come off the cart, and why chooching turns into a negative. All of a sudden it goes negative because not knowing what's next. And I'm a person who eats on the fly. I can go into 7-Eleven and get a couple of hot dogs, the $1.25 hot dogs. And if they push them on the right side of the grill after 8 p.m. at night, sometimes you can get two hot dogs for $1. Okay. Now I'm not saying that I took my finger and I'll push two over to the 2 for 1, 2 for $1 side. Okay. I don't do that. But I do like to have things that are organized. Yes, I am taking Missy Jen out tonight. Yeah, it's a form of control, Rosie, to make it negative. I want things to be positive. In a way, it's nice. Yeah, we could eat that prime rib, $9.99 every day of the week. Well, you're gonna have a really cheap food budget, right? I may not do it 7 days a week, but $63 to feed yourself for a week ain't real bad. You couple that with the $4, if you even feel like having breakfast. You couple that with the $4 Denny's slam, two pancakes, two sausage, two eggs for $4, and right 28 plus whatever 60 something. You're doing pretty good for a week. Okay, that's yeah, that's right, Sue. You're exactly right. That's the kind of stuff that doesn't really matter at our age. So I want to have things positive. Happy Valentine's Day, Zoe. Happy Valentine's Day to you, sweetheart. So yeah, bunnies like prime rib every night, constipation. I wouldn't do that, bunny. You can also get the salad bar, the full salad bar, as a pop out menu item for $6, and it's a great salad bar. Okay, it's a good. I'm saying there are deals to be had. Okay. Now, when I'm done eating, my stomach doesn't understand the difference between whether I ate gourmet or whether I ate 2 for $1 hot dogs. Okay, I don't ever get stomach problems. I guess I could eat out of a garbage can theoretically if I had to without any problem. And it all kind of comes out the same at the other end. You know what I'm saying? At the out of the manufacturing plant. So I don't care. I don't care. Just find a place and let's eat. Okay? Please. Please. So I'm saying that, yes, I'm a very, very, very cheap date, except when it comes to Missy Jen. Okay. And for her, nothing but the best. That's right, Bianca. That's it. Are any good seafood places in Santa Rosa? Seafood is a nightmare here, Yasmin. We're 15 miles from the ocean. We do have Bodega Bay. It does have some seafood restaurants over there, but as you can imagine, they're hyper expensive, and they're out of my price range. Okay, That's why going sport fishing has been such a good thing for the boss and I. We can bring back 40 pounds of salmon and 10 cod each, another 20 pounds of cod each, 60 pounds of 60, 80 pounds of fish, and it's a great deal. Everything's a buck, 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 buck. Yeah, that's it. You're just filling a void or a hole, and I don't want to spend it. I don't have it. You know, I'm in that black hole between now and official retirement. Okay, and I'm not going to be one of those people that grabs for Social Security at 60 at age 62 or whatever. Okay, I'm going for the full. I'm going for the full Monty. So I got to be. I can't be a dick when it comes to things. So a lot of the gourmet, a lot of the high end stuff is lost on me. Okay, it's lost on me. So that's the bottom line on that. Pad Thai is good. It's one of the reasons I've always particularly enjoyed Chinese food because you get a lot of bang for your buck. Now that's changing a little bit, particularly if you enjoyed having spring rolls or egg rolls as an appetizer. They used to be maybe $2.95 for 3 egg rolls, 4 egg rolls. Now they push them up to $5 as an appetizer and stuff like that. So, thank you, Yasmin. I appreciate that. They're a lot of fun, and you get a lot of bang for your you get a lot of bang for your buck. Now, well, if you were gone for a year, don't forget where you came from. Elvis wasn't on the property a year ago, so I don't know what you've been. I don't know what you've been smoking. Rock Dog says watching you guys chooching is better than watching the Super Bowl. Keep them coming. Well, people enjoy the chooches, and more people step forward and say, "I want to contribute towards you guys, your adventures." Now, eventually, Marshall is going to be gone back to Chicago, but we have this intermediary period. Now, luckily, Narce is over in the Central Valley of California, and that's a good thing. He's working over there, and there is some kind family associated people over there. So I feel good that it's only about 150 miles or so from here. So it's a cheap run to take the rig over there. There's a lot of content to be made. Sacramento, Lodi, all over in the Central Valley, Tracy, Stockton, Modesto down there. So I think that that will be the key. So we're still on target, um, to have roll out. So I don't know, but I'm not gonna make Vegas a negative experience. Okay. I want it to be a fun, positive experience where food is secondary and it's not primary. And I don't give a hoot and holler about brothels and crap like that. Okay, it's not my thing. Yeah, Narce's a worker and he's got the bid in there to do that. Stay Golden says I like Marshall better with you. Bring out the best. Well, I think he's changed a lot for the positive, but I don't have any hopes for the future. Okay, I don't. I'm too old for that. I have zero expectations for the future. I just don't believe people can ever change their basic natures. As painful as that is, that's the way it is. That is the way it is. Let's see. Pickle said, "I'm surprised Marshall give you crap when you used to smoke." Well, you didn't believe I would stop smoking. He told me, "You're never quitting smoking." And of course, once again, I proved that if I set my mind to anything, I can do it. Okay, because that's my nature to have a strong inner core. Well, leaving the rancho will be a good thing because, as he told me last night, he's really missing his mom, which is a good thing. And he really wants to get back to Chicago. So I'm very happy about that. And now he goes back with a rig that's livable. Find a place to park it, use it as a home, and then get yourself get to work, get a job, and get yourself a small travel van and travel much more economically. Do what Dee and some of them do. Get out there, work for a stretch. Black Bigot does it too. Put some money in your pocket and continue your adventures if you want to be a freewheeling person. I may have to pick up a job. There's going to be times I'm going to be setting up in one area for a month at a time, whether it's Kansas City, whether it's Dubuque, Iowa. I don't know where it is, but I'll be trying to probably get different kind of jobs for short term, just for shits and giggles and a little bit of pocket money on there. And I'll be trying to, trying to get some cash for them. Jen, I don't know that, Jen. Let's face it. There comes a point where you may have to get a job. So, but I'm not one to, like I say, I'm the ultimate person in terms of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness in life. And if you think you can make a legit go of YouTube, then by all means go for it. Okay, but it is what it is. If it doesn't pan out, what's the alternative? Uh, be like Quinn on the streets asking people for money? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I think his mom will be particularly family will be very happy to see him back in Chicago. And let's face it, that's his touchstone. That's his place where he can do a lot of content, a lot of restaurant reviews, the traditional stuff that Marshall does. It's the only stuff I watched on his channel. Okay. For over 2 years, I hardly ever came into Hangouts, stayed at the steering wheel addresses because I didn't care about them. Okay, they weren't for me. But when he would put up a food review, I would watch it and comment on it. Thank you, Jay Money. So you enjoy working for Giggles and Chips. Yeah, Insane Chef is a great guy, and he's really off the chain. He could be like a Anthony Bourdain, right? I enjoy him very much too. So we'll see what happens. I'm so happy though that Narce is out in the state of California because it gives somebody else at a very close distance that can hang out with that Marshall can hang out with. It's family, and he may be able to work out a place that he can park his vehicle for a month, live cheap, and do some content. So I think that's going to be a positive thing. Kevin's like, "Can I rent the Shine Shack?" Well, the rig is beautiful, the experience amazing. Yeah, I think it'll be fun. It'll do a good job. Inevitably, baldness. Yes, his views will go right back up again. Of course. Yeah. As for donations, who knows? But views, yeah. Wish him the best and send him on his way. Yeah. Well, that's the point we're going to be coming to. And that's with a happy heart. That's not feeling bad at all. Okay, I feel like I went above and beyond for 4 months and did my level best to provide a comfortable place to be, uh, power, heat, a shower, and all that. If it doesn't come to pass or it ends up something happens with Narce or not go out to Central, he'd still move all of his stuff into the van and I would close the shine. The Shine Shack would be clean and closed, and that's it. It would be locked, and that would be the end of the usage of the Shine Shack. Okay, because it's reached the point where the van build is done, and I'm not here to just to provide long-term housing for anybody for no reason at all. Okay, we had a legitimate reason to put everything into the van. Now everything can be put back or everything can be put in the Shine Shack. Now everything can be put, and I think he wants to leave the area too, so that's a good thing. Obviously, he doesn't like Santa Rosa, um, which, 85% of Santa Rosa he's never seen or ever will see. the lovely areas, but it's not a town that's full of brothels, that's full of nightlife. It has its downtown core, but it's a working town. Okay, it's not given to, um, it's not. It is a big tourist town, obviously, with the wine industry, but it's not geared for adult pleasures. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Well, it seems yours. Uh, well, be a positive person. Dreamy eyes. That's the bottom line. But I'm sure when Marshall gets on the road again, be right back in the saddle. The views will be rolling up because he'll be doing content that people want to watch. I have every confidence. He's a watchable person on YouTube. Put a cardboard box on the windowsill. Kitten Cat, how you doing? Kitten Cat wants a cardboard box on the windows. So Kitten Cat, I can do better than that. Dang. Blaze temperature. There will be a blaze temperature. No, they're not gonna have them moving. Well, it's not. It's not moving in, but being able to be that area and hang out because Narce's young and he's more. Marshall paid me a great compliment last night. He said, "Rosie, the best thing about you is that you have a very young spirit." He said, "Most people your age that I know are." They like to spend time at home. They like to watch TV. They enjoy movies. They're gearing down their lives. They want to enjoy the slower pace. And for me, I want to ramp it up. And I don't like to be sitting still. I like to be on the go in a huge way. Meeting people. Sometimes they're negative. They're not always positive, and sometimes I'm a contributor to some bad crap that happens. I own that. Okay, I'm not perfect. I'm Mary Sunshine. I'm the unsinkable Molly Brown, but I sometimes I put my foot in my mouth too, and I'll get in trouble on the streets. I might mumble some things in my disdain or just my feel, but I am very young at heart. And as long as I've got legs that can carry me, and then I can run, I can jump fences, uh, physically take up for myself, then I'm happy to be out there. Now, when I reach at the end of this decade, probably be a different story. Okay, but I'll be darned if I'm not going to enjoy these years and share them. The twistiest bitter fucker will hate you, and even if they leave, anal retentive, love to suck. Yeah, there are so many people, not so many people, but a good measure of people that are so invested in hate that I'm convinced that they never have a happy day in life. Nothing is ever good for them. You can imagine the way that they treat people in the grocery store or people in the normal course of life. They take their bitterness and anger and they probably vest it on everyone within their circle in life. And that's sad. That really is sad. Thank you, Kathleen. Thank you for great unscripted adventure. Somebody's like, did you set Quinn up? And I'm like, are you kidding me? You know, it's kind of funny. Oh yeah, when he went into that one bar and it was just chock full to the rafters of beautiful women in there around the pool tables, a huge scene. Petaluma's more of a young person's night scene. Yeah, he was flipping out of it. Yeah, full of life. Thank you. Let's see. Can come down under. Cheers all. Thank you, Craig. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Is D here? Now, D, you said that you did a video. I didn't see a video, so obviously we need to talk on the phone today. Thank you. And D, happy Valentine's Day to you. Um, Viva Las Vegas, baby! Do 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 do. Bright light city. I want to live in whatever nursing home. There you go, Jackie Blues. I want to live in whatever nursing home you choose, bro. I'd love to see you hallway chooching. Exactly. I'm going to take it to the mat, Jackie, right into the pine box. That's going to be it. Okay. I don't care if I'm drooling or slobbering or somebody has to wipe my butt or whatever. The camera's going to roll. All right. Take it right down to the end. Thank you, Terrell. Hi from Norway. I'm new here. You sound like a nice one. Ignore the hateful. I don't have many hateful people. I've had a lot of people actually become a lot kinder over the last few months, which has been great. The reason is people want to see you own your stuff on here on YouTube. They don't want you to live in a bubble of denial. You know, like in the case of Quinn, yeah, I could have been a better person on the street that night. And you know what? I did feel a little at the end like I want to go back and see if he's there, and I'm going to put $3 in his hand, and I'm going to say, you know what, man, I shouldn't have probably said that, okay? And I feel bad about it, and I want to just make a little gesture to make it good with you. I don't think I would take time to tell him about why I get triggered, what's been happening in the city over the last year, what's been happening since the Great Santa Rosa Fire of 2017. Okay, but it does help when you own your crap and you don't try to be, yeah, I'm above reproach and I didn't do anything wrong. And man, sometimes you just got to say you fucked up. Okay, and I mean that's what people want to hear. That's what people want to hear. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You got to hook me up with Chef. We got to get D. What we got to do is hit the road and get some jobs, bro. That's what we need to do. That's what we need to do. I'm not saying that it's getting a little tight, but let's just say I'm gonna have to apply a little grease for travels and for, for travels and adventures. Okay. Can I take your order, please? Sure. Well, that's a combination of its salmon. There's a little bit of capers. They put a little white wine in there, a bit of a reduction, and wow, it's so good with the sides. I'm going to recommend that you have the scallop potatoes. And tonight we're featuring the asparagus. You can have it with the hollandaise or with that. I'm going to recommend because the hollandaise sauce can be a little bit heavy and you won't have the full benefit of the taste of that asparagus. I'm going to suggest that you just have that just broiled in a little bit of olive oil, and it's going to be fantastic. Okay. Yeah, we should probably do Mardi Gras. D exactly. So we'll figure something out, man. We got some fun times coming up, but I'm hoping that you're going to be able to make it over to Vegas. That would be great. I don't know, but I think it could be a lot of fun picking up some work here and there, and doing some things. Okay, Gina. Happy Valentine's Day, sweetie pie. Let's see. Jeff says Earl Portland lived in a van, made his money doing events too. Yeah, it's cool. Road trip to Mardi Gras. Uh, yeah, Mardi Gras starts next week. Um, yeah, I don't guess I'd be able to. I don't know when Lent. I stopped drinking last year for Lent. I figure I gave up smoking this year, so I'm gonna keep drinking. Uh, yeah, I agree, Opiami, but I got a mouthpiece on me sometimes. So see, Mardi Gras sounds fun. I'm always down with playing with some melons. So I don't think I'd be able to make it down. Next week. I don't think that's going to be a realistic thing. I really need to get this. I don't know. I mean, should I? I don't know. It's road time and all that. It means hauling Marshall in the van about 1,800 miles or whatever. So starts next Tuesday. Okay, yeah, I guess next Tuesday is Fat Tuesday. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. Remember Ash Wednesday? Of course, I do. Remember last year I gave up. I gave up drinking for the whole month. I had the O'Douls for the whole month. This weekend, hard pressed by the end of President's Day. The van should be all wrapped up, and that should be done. Oh, okay, that's what I've been trying to get. Okay, all right. Well, I didn't see a video. You said that there was a video, and all I saw was a reaction video. So, yeah, we'll get it worked out. I thought that you might be coming to Vegas. I don't know. Um, did you get? I usually get ashes. Yeah, definitely getting all the ladies. There we go. Uh, that could be pretty cool. I was told to make. Yeah, Rock says, Rosie, we're all just killing time before time kills us. Exactly, exactly. That's exactly what we're doing. I'd like to start drinking again one day. I my thing is. Oh, okay, D. I'm sorry, man. Geez, I thought that you were talking about some hot chicky duties there, man. I'm sorry. I don't know, I don't know. We'll talk. I don't know if things have changed up with you. I'll listen to the video. I was hoping you could pop up to Vegas and up there, but we'll see. I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to see. You only live as many times as the dragon lets you. So, Jeff, I enjoy drinking. I didn't drink a lot for 40 years, so very light social drinker. So now I enjoy my beer a lot. Let's see. Brian called me. He wants to come over to the rancho. He hates being home. Hey, impatient. Happy Valentine's Day to you. Brian was fine, but I'm not looking to be. It's not my role to be a support team to get involved, and I'm not going to take responsibility for another life. And I don't think it's necessary on YouTube to do so. And I think Brian understands that. Okay. I'm not down for that. I'm 61 years old. I'm not signing on for that. Okay. So I'm happy to have an acquaintance. I'm happy to have somebody that follows me on YouTube, but I'm not the solution to the problem. I'm not putting anybody else in the next person is going to be in the Shine Shack is going to be Tara when she comes up to visit. Okay. That's the bottom line. I'm mostly Irish. Sometimes I get blood in my alcohol stream. There you go, pickles. So that's what I like to do. I'll never drink and drive though. Okay, if I ever feel like my driving's the slightest bit compromised, I'll just crawl in where I am and that's it. Can't wait for summer for cold beer and some fishing. That's cool. You invented a cocktail. A few Southern Bells have put me in depression for, yeah, so you don't need to be there, Jeff. You don't need to be into that. You need to continue, stay positive, and just enjoy your family, which I know you've been doing, and it's great. It's great. You'd like to have just one Southern Belle, so. Well, what I'll do, D, is rather than go back and watch the video later, I'll just call you as soon as the hangout is over, and we can figure stuff out. I can maybe do a little change up of direction. I'm not sure if I want to roll down to all the way to New Orleans though. Um, because I got to be back for Missy Jen in March, and I was going to save my bigger journeys for after her infusion beginning in April, after she's had her week recovery, to then hit the road. So Happy Valentine's Day, Big Tender. Happy Valentine's Day to you. Opiami said the two joints that Royal booted you will never see my patronage ever. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, it's uh, Opiami. I put it this way. The establishment owners have a right to have things the way they want on their property, and um, in both of those situations, I could have turned the camera off and just said, "Okay, I'm off of YouTube." And in both of those situations, it would have been cool. But you know what? I'm out doing a live stream, and I enjoy interacting with the side chat and show them around. In the second case, the guy I spoke to on the phone, the owner of the Everest restaurant, he's like, "Look, enjoy dinner. We put on a great meal here. We just ask that you don't stream it on YouTube. So go back, have a seat, and enjoy dinner." I'm like, "Well, I'm just going to continue streaming." I could have shut it off. No problem at all. And both these people, no problem at all. Okay. Next time, it's one reason I'm carrying a second camera. Next time, just let the camera sit outside in the car and just keep rolling on the stream and go eat somewhere. It's not that big of a deal. And then later put the stream up and just go back to the stream. It's not that consequential to things. Trolls got their way and owners fell for it. Well, it's yeah, it's a troll's a troll. I mean, I can laugh at things. I'm not going to be so torn out of shape about things that happen that I can't see the humor in it. And I think people are within their right. And I hear you, Opiami, and that's a choice that you can obviously make. But the lesson to me is just be circumspect about being alive where you're eating and capture the video. People will still watch it in big numbers and enjoy seeing that. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. So I got that those can caps to you before you. I got get those can caps to you before you choose. No more bugs in you. That's what I need, Amy. I need the can caps because if Dee and I are chooching around in summertime in Vegas, we don't want those roaches popping in and all that. So yeah, Stay Golden said some trolls are funny when they don't try to get in real life and stuff. It can be entertaining. But I have found on YouTube, for the most part, that 99.99% of the trolls, uh, I want to put this, like, if you're a douchebag on YouTube, then you're going to get it. And there'll be no neutral corner with them. But if you try to be a nice person, and you try not to be a shit stirrer. And if you screw up, own your stuff. Then the trolls, a lot of times the trolls are truth tellers about life and the realities. You may not like to hear it, but I rarely, except for the odd troll that'll put out some false information. Generally, they're uncovering factual information and bringing that to people's attention. Now, do I think that people should call a place if you're there? Well, if you're live streaming, maybe. If somebody's whining or complaining that's chooching with you, they may feel like, this will be fun, uh, this is a place this guy wants to eat, and we're not going to let him eat there. Make the call, right? Because he's whining and complaining and bitching about everything. So let's have a little bit of fun. Um, but it happens. It happens. So that's true too. Anybody that doesn't agree with you is a troll, which is far from trolls add a lot of spice to to things. Okay. A lot of trolls, truth tell, to deflect what's going on with that. But in my experience, they really key down on things that I don't think just willy nilly people fall under the hammer of trolls unless there's, in other words, there's usually something there that is offensive, probably not just to them, but to a lot of people on the chat. So Papa Sandu. Let's see. There's another thing that will never see the light of day. You don't understand how strong my filter is. You're gone. There we go. Let's see. I wouldn't have a problem with it. Keep cameras out, but you can imagine some person there got caught. Yeah, you don't want to catch somebody that's having an affair. Or have somebody on there that yes I am Joe's slug, or have somebody get somebody caught out with in an affair. So I'm happy and gay. Sing a Doris Day, right? Sing a Doris Day. Ah, stuff happens. It's YouTube, but usually where there's smoke, there's fire, and that's where the trolls come. And I don't think I think we think that they're all negative in every way, but I don't think that that's the way. I think particularly in Boyd that they've been people to suss out factual stuff. So. All right, yeah, we're all happy and gay. I guess life, Joe, made me happy and gay. I guess I should have been born in the gay 90s, huh? Yeah, anything but that one song. It has been closing in on an hour and a half. I will see you guys tonight. I'll be doing a little recorded video of Missy, Jen, and I we'll take her out to a little bit of dinner tonight. And I'll see you guys baking later on. I'm going to try to make a blueberry cobbler. It's very simple to make purportedly. So I might have time for a late hangout tonight. So I want to thank you for being on the chat. Thank you to my moderators, JK NoCal. Jeff T. Rowe, good to see you in here. Jeff, keep smiling. Okay, I know you will. You're tougher than a pound of 10 penny nails, man. Keep on keeping on. Okay, Eli, you guys take care. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye, Yasmin. Beautiful gal. Take care. Okay, see y'all later.